Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, first of all, because I know my mother watches this, disclaimer, this is fake. It's a fake nose ring. It's a fake nose piercing. Anyway, so basically, as we all know, September is like Mental Health Awareness Month. And I know I'm a little late into the month, but I think I want to fully engage in this month in terms of mental health awareness and fully put myself out there and try and uplift, motivate, and share my experiences with everyone that's willing or anyone that's willing to listen. My experiences and how I deal with my experiences is obviously very different from how your experiences are and how you will deal with your experiences. But I want to create this beautiful corner where we share ideas, what works for you, what works for me. And if maybe I've been trying something for a very long time and it hasn't been working for me, maybe it's time I try out your method. I want to create a platform for us to share because mental health is a real thing. And mental health, I feel like it's a word that encompasses so many different aspects of your brain, and also your emotional ability as well, your depression, your anxiety, your panic attacks, your insecurities. Like it's a whole lot, and we can't all just tackle that all at once. So I want to be very proactive this month. I've taken it upon myself to be very proactive in this month and just try out different methods to help me and potentially help you too, because I'm going to share my reviews on the different methods that I've been using, right? So to start off the month, the first thing I opted to try out that I actually have been very negative towards, like I've never really had a positive view about it, but this time around I was like, okay, I'm gonna be open-minded and I'm gonna try it out, is therapy. That's the first thing I'm gonna try. I went for my first therapy session. I think today is the 8th or the 9th. Today's the 9th. I went for my first session on the 7th. And as I'm there explaining myself to this beautiful lady sitting in front of me, she's asking me, why are you here? What can I help you with? And I'm thinking I'm here to deal with the most immediate problems I have that have led me to have multiple breakdowns, that have led me to have suicidal thoughts. As I'm explaining and she's asking more questions, I realize that there are really a lot more of I don't know if I should say, I have a lot more of unfinished business in terms of me as a person. I have so much trauma, and I have so much that I haven't dealt with in my life, and unfortunately I didn't know that this is something I have to unravel and I have to deal with to be a better person. I've always told myself that I'm good with taking care of my emotions and I'm just gonna shove them away and stuff, but it's coming to bite me now because not all you see is gold and glitter or whatever the saying says. So yeah, so I ended up going, and I enjoyed my first session because believe it or not, she gave me a different view of therapy that I haven't seen. Like the therapy I've attended back home, for example, the therapist is doing most of the talking in the very first session rather than me. She's telling me how she handles her stuff. Like she's relating my problem, taking my problem and saying, oh, I've been through that and this is what I did. And that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear how you dealt with your situations, because we're two different people. For me, I feel like hear me out and then understand me. And that's not what the therapist back home did, and that's what made me have a very pessimistic view towards therapy. But this lady sat down, listened to me talk, asked where it wasn't too clear. She asked for clarity and everything. And she she won me over. She basically won me over, and I'm gonna go back for session 2, and I'm excited. And she made me set goals for myself. And during the first session, she's like, okay, cool, you have a lot to deal with, and we can't deal with it all. I can't tell you what to do. I can't force you to do things. So I want you to put down goals after today's session. You know that now you have unfinished business. You have issues you haven't dealt with from your childhood, from high school, from this, and they're now just building up and gulping up, and they're just not looking pretty. Now set goals for yourself. What is it that you want to achieve? Who do you want to be as a person? And then I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to help you achieve your goals. And we're going to deal with undealt issues. And we're going to be kind to ourselves. I think one thing that she really just instilled in my brain after that session is being kind to myself. You know, do things for Katie. One thing about me, I will always put people before me, put people's needs before me. Because I don't know why, but I always feel like, you know, I don't know, like, I will always think of other people before I think about myself. And I know that's not cool, that's not good, or whatever, but it's just in my blood. It's just in my nature to be very thoughtful. But this time around, she was like, I'm not saying be selfish, I'm just saying also, on top of you caring for other people and being there for other people, be there for Katie. Katie needs Katie to look out for her. You know, there's nobody else that's gonna look out for me if I don't look out for myself. And she also pointed out that, you know, to be the most attractive version of yourself, you can be attractive, you know, physically and attract people, but emotionally, internally, you're a very damaged person, and you're gonna damage the next person without knowing. You know, work on yourself, work on Katie internally, so that when they look at the outside beauty, they're like, this beautiful girl. They get the same reception from your inside self. Like, you have something to teach other people. Everyone that you pass or that you come in contact with, you are able to impact, you know. That was beautifully said, honestly. She said those words to me, and I was like, this is a different view of therapy, you know, like, this is something different, and I'm excited for this journey of therapy. So she's also told me, she gave me an exercise. She's like, for this week till we meet again, because we meet like once a week or something like that, she was like, she wants me to basically what's the word, to be aware of my surroundings, be aware of the emotions I feel. When do I feel sad? What makes me sad? What do I do about it, you know? And, you know, when I was younger, I used to write a lot. I used to journal a lot of my emotions and stuff. And my mom would always read my journals or my letters. And that just gave me the insecurity. Like, now I just don't want to write my feelings down, because I feel like someone's going to come and read them, and it's supposed to be private. So I'm scared of that. But I'm going to try it out now, because I'm not home and I can put it on my notes app on my phone. Jot down the day, jot down what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling that way, how that feeling is affecting my day-to-day runnings or activities. What do I do about it? What are the consequences of feeling that way? Like, she's basically forcing me to be in depth, to be one with my emotions, to be aware. Because one of my goals were, I want, at the end of our therapy sessions, I want to become a more self-aware person. And she's like, okay, that's good. You know, self-awareness, self-love, they work together. And she was like, you have a lot. You're just 21. There's a lot that you go through. There's a lot you've gone through. And there's a lot you still keep to yourself and you don't share with people. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to learn to set boundaries and be like, okay, I can't take this. I can't do this. And it's okay to not be able to do this. You need to learn to be kind. Don't pressure yourself. Like, own race, own pace. You know? I don't want to lie. If I could, I would just like say, all of you guys go for therapy with that lady. She's she's an amazing counselor. I won't even lie to you. She opened my eye to a lot of things. So that's just the first section or first segment of this, and then every week, God willing, and also if school doesn't get too tense, I want to update you guys on new methods that I'm trying. So this week, since we're trying out being self-aware and being more intertwined with my emotional side and my feelings, I'm also going to start with journaling down or writing down what I'm feeling at what particular moment and what I'm doing about it. Do I just push the feeling aside, or do I address the feeling, or do I address the problem? And then I'm also spending more time with myself now. Like for this week till I meet her again, I'm spending more time with myself. I'm trying to distinguish if I'm trying to be a loner, I'm lonely, there's no one around me, or I'm enjoying my space and I am taking care of myself in that space. You get me? Yeah. So I'm excited. I want to take you guys on this journey of mental health awareness on this month. Let's see where we're gonna go in this month. Let's see if it's gonna be pretty, if it's gonna be nasty. It's definitely gonna be nasty because she used this example during our session. She was like, when you're young and you fell down, right? And you're playing outside, you fell down, you scraped your knee or something, you go back to your mom or your dad and you're crying, right? You're in pain, it's painful. What do your parents do? Do they just take a plaster and put it over that scab, that scratch, even though it's bleeding, it has sand? No, they don't. You know what they do? They are going to clean it first. They're going to open it. They're going to see that wound. They're going to take Savlon soap, those things that actually hurt. They're going to clean it, and then that's when they cover it and put a plaster. And she's like, that's how she basically looks at therapy, that you can't come to therapy and find a solution then. Therapy is going to it's going to trigger you, it's going to make you uncover all the dark, dirty secrets you thought nobody else would know about. It's going to make you realize new things about yourself. You're going to cry, you're going to hurt. It's going to be nasty, it's going to be bad. But at the end of it all, you put a plaster over it and you're gonna heal. And she's like, and that's it. That's the process of healing, And it's a very long, nasty, what's the word? It's a lot. The healing process is a lot because as you're trying to heal from one problem, you realize I've got 10 other problems I haven't healed from, and I need to start healing from that too. So it's a very nasty, long process. It needs you to be kind to yourself. It needs you to be patient with yourself. Don't just be like, I'm over it, because you're not. It will always come back to haunt you, Baby steps. I don't know. I'm really trying because it gets suffocating when you have depression, when 1 minute, the thing with depression is that it's like a roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute you're the happiest person, the next minute you're the most upset, you're in tears, you're in shambles, it's not looking pretty. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and I want to be able to get to a point where it's okay, I'm kind. I allow myself to feel, I allow myself to cry, I allow myself to also be there for Katie, for me. It's something that I just want to do. The other day, I had the most horrible day that I cried. I remember I cried so hard. I wanted to go home. But I didn't want to call my mom and let her know what's going on because I'm like, let me not. Like everything was going wrong. I injured my knees. Both my knees went bad. My laptop crashed. I missed like 3 quizzes and a test on the day. Like my life was just, it wasn't making sense. And like that one point, I think ever since the semester started, must have been my lowest point. I got so distracted. I got so into my head and my feelings. I was having a hard time even just waking up in the morning and getting ready for the day. I was having a hard time staying motivated. I was having a hard time figuring out who I am and what my goals were. Everything was blurry. My life was blurry for those days. I just felt like the afterworld seemed so exciting to me. It was like, it's time to go, you know? And I had no one to talk to about it because, you know, my family's not here. I can't just walk up to a stranger and be like, I'm suffocating. It was just that day, I remember just going on my knees and crying, and I'm like, God, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm toying with my future. I'm toying with my life. Like, what exactly? Like, I don't know what to do, you know, because I'm also so big on peace and peaceful situations that at that point in time, I was like, I'm not at peace. Things are not going my way. Everything is breaking down. Everything is getting ruined. What am I supposed to do now? Like, it just wasn't giving. I was at my lowest. I don't even want to, I can't even put into words how I felt. I felt alone. I felt like I had no one to hold me. I felt like I had no one to share my pain with. I felt like everything that I've been pushing away was just all coming down on me, and new problems. I just wasn't getting anything right. I remember I even had a test that same day and I didn't finish it. I was not okay. Excuse the noise in the background. But I just wasn't okay, and I don't want to cry about it, but you know, I pray a lot that, you know, I find, because I don't have like a lifelong best friend type of vibe, you know, like it's always been my siblings or my friends or my male friends, and none of them are here, you know. So, and all of them are busy with their lives, and sometimes you feel like you don't want to disturb someone else's life progress by burdening them with your issues, because you always have issues and they seem to have everything in order. But I remember that day feeling like I feel like I know I don't have anyone, but I just want to go to my mom. I just want to go to my mother's house, and I just want to sleep in her bed and have her not ask me any questions, you know. Like, I think this past recess, she kind of picked it up a lot that when she was not home, I'd sleep in her bed. It doesn't mean anything, but that was like one of the most comforting things for me. I don't know why or how, but I'd always go to her bed and just lay there, and I'd wake up and I'd feel much better. And that day, I was like, I feel like I was so down that I was just like, God, nothing is making sense anymore, you know. I left home, I made a name for myself, I worked hard, I got myself a bursary, I achieved the goal of moving away, leaving the country. I'm here now, I'm trying to be independent, but like, it's tough, you know. It's really hard to keep your mental health in check. It's really hard, and sometimes you just need someone to tell you that it's okay to have your breakdowns. It's okay to be vulnerable with people and with other people, you know. But on the bright side, I wasn't supposed to cry in this video. Oh wow. I think a friend of mine always tells me that I'm actually stronger than I think I am, because I have my bad days and my bad days get really bad, but I get up, you know, the next day. KT still KT. I get up and I move on. It's not the healthiest way of dealing with things, because you get up, you start your day, you forgot, you just basically push away those feelings of sadness. But, you know, I get up the next day. Anyway, enough about sad stuff. But yeah, I want us to do this journey together. I'm currently trying to like not redo, but retouch my faux locks myself, because yeah, I've had them for like a month and a half. I don't know if I mentioned that, and I feel like they're just looking a bit untidy, so I'm just gonna retouch them, and then yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So yeah, sorry for that emotional what, but I want to take you guys through this journey of being vulnerable with you guys, and excuse me, and just trying to be honest, transparent. Maybe I will impact someone out there, maybe I won't, who knows. But like I said, this is a safe space. This is our little environment where we are going to grow together. I created this channel to just, I feel like I also created it for myself. I'm not into the monetary value of it. Okay, cool, if I get moneyed up, that's great, but it's a platform where I feel like I can reach out to someone else and they can reach out to me and we can help each other. That's why I started the channel. It's not anything else really. It's nothing that deep. It's just simply that we are a little family and we have to do this life thing together. So yeah, please stay tuned for more videos. Please like, please share, please subscribe. This month is going to be very messy in terms of emotions. There'll be a lot of tears, there'll be a lot of happy moments, there'll be a lot of discovering of ourselves. There'll be a lot of learning to be kind and sweet to ourselves and to people around us. And I'm excited for it. I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys are also excited. So this is to the Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm going to bring in a few people as well into the segment so that we hear their point of view. I'd also like to maybe sort of kind of get a biblical point of view on mental health, because I feel like I haven't really been in touch or had anyone address mental health from a biblical point of view. It's always been, you know, clinically and so socially, like mental health and stuff. But what does the Bible, what does God actually say about mental health? That's something that I'm very curious about, and I'm sure you're curious about. So I'm going to also try and get a few people to speak on it. And yeah, and one of my favorite YouTubers, Label Rampedi, shout out to him by the way. I know he released a video I don't know if it's a few days ago or a week ago, about mental health in relationships, like dating someone with mental health issues. And I think y'all should go check it out as well, because it's also very important to know how to deal with a partner that has mental health issues. Gone are the days where we're gonna single out people and, you know, push people aside because this one is too anxious for my liking, this one is too much burden and baggage for my liking. No, it's time we work together. It's time we actually stop segregating people because of mental health issues and start working together to help each other, to become a more loving community, you know, be more kind to each other. It's time. I absolutely do not want to entertain anyone that's just gonna come and just push people aside because they are too reserved, or because they are too anxious, or because of, we need to be kind to each other. I'm not saying get into that space and just, you know, invade that privacy, but be kind, be humane. That's the way, be humane. So yeah, let's do it. So please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Let me know if you guys are excited for this month of September. Let me know if you're excited for more of the what I have in store for you guys in terms of mental health and awareness and reaching out to each other, and also sharing personal experiences. Let me know if you guys are down for it. So thank